For those of you with some extra time, I want to give you some other kind of fundamental drum patterns to try and experiment with. Nothing too complicated, and let's see. Any session, it can be your current session. If you want to make a new track, you could do that and just make sure that you mute everything else. Stereo instrument track, make sure you mute the other tracks that you have, so this is all we're hearing. Insert the instrument battery again. Just about any drum kit will work. Experiment with them, find some cool things. I am using the Eighth Wonder kit again. I like it, even though it's not that important. Okay, so this first drum beat sounds like this. My tempo was 90, all right? So if you are back at the beginning, you can go to the tempo ruler, click on that plus sign and put in 90, hit return. So I'll show that to you in the MIDI editor. Snare drum, still on 2 and 4. Hi-hats are eighth notes. Kick on 1 and the of beat 1. The of beat 2. The E and of beat 3. And then I wanted to take the same kind of basic idea, but flip these extra kick hits and put them on the snare. It's not exactly like that, but, you know, filling that space with snare drums. So really that is meant to kind of go together, where this one might loop for a bit. In fact, this is what I'll do. Let's play around for just a second. Eighth Wonder. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm kind of improvising here. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to highlight it with the grabber and hit Command D, which is duplicate, and then I will end up with a 4-measure loop where this one, this first more basic one, more kick drum driven, plays for 3 measures, and on the 4th measure changes up to have more snare drum. And since I'm improvising here, I kind of want to add a hi-hat at every transition and a kick drum at every transition. All right, music making is iterative. I don't like these extra hi-hats. They're fine. I just don't like them. All right, so that's kind of like a hip-hop beat. Going back to a different type of beat. So I just started making this one at measure 4 so that I'd have some space. Let me get rid of this stuff. This is a different feel altogether. This is kind of like the reggaeton, or, you know, you hear it in other songs. Unforgettable by French Montana had this beat. A lot of them these days. So this one sounds like this. Okay, so this one, the snare drum is it picks up faster because it's really almost like a triple feel, where this is on the and then the next one is on the E. So you're getting 2 snare drums before beat 3. So that kind of breaks the pattern that I've been showing you. So anyways, this one has 16th notes. You got that boom, bat, bat, All right. That was also at 90. Check this out. I'm going to place my cursor at measure 7, come over to the tempo ruler. And I'm going to do what's called a tempo change. And I put in 128 and I hit enter. And now I have this faster tempo for this beat. And this is going back to that kind of more EDM house kind of vibe. Classic, classic, classic. Kick drum on all quarter notes. 4 on the floor. Snare drum on beats 2 and 4. Hi-hat on the and of each quarter note. On the E of just a couple of them, because I don't want it to get too repetitive, I've added a different hi-hat sound. And then, because that was in there, I figured I'd throw it in. And what's this? Open hi-hat. All right, and this one sounds like, I want it to play in a loop. All right, if you want to do those, some extra credit for you. You can bounce all of it out. It can look like this. I'm just listening. I'll just give you some feedback. It's extra credit. Have fun with it.